Still a lot of damage across the area to clean up from the ice storm, but this is some of the worst damage we've seen so far. This is not a dirt wall I'm standing in front of. This is actually the base of a giant tree that toppled over in a front yard on Vineland Road.
We were sitting in the bedroom putting batteries in a lantern, and we saw it come down. So that was scary. I'm not going to tell you what I said.
The monster tree came crashing down when the limbs got weighted down with ice.
If it hit the house, it probably would have gone all the way through it.
It also managed to spare power lines, a few cars parked nearby, and the neighbor's house.
The lady next door is in this corner bedroom, bedridden in a hospital bed, and it just barely missed both houses.
Thankfully, the only real damage is the driveway.
It pulled a lot of dirt from out under the driveway, so I have not tried to drive down it yet. I'm scared to.
For the past week, while several tons of wood sits in the front yard, Jim Graves has been scoping out his options. When you look up at it, what do you think?
How am I going to get rid of it? That's my biggest question.
But that question has been a little complicated. Since the tree fell in the yard and didn't hit a car or a house, homeowners insurance will only pay a minimal amount for removal.
Unless it hits the house, it's $500, whether it's a 3-inch pine tree or something massive like this.
And compared to most insurance policies, even that amount is generous, but not very helpful when you're talking about several $1,000s to haul out a monster like this. The whole experience is making Jim second-guess other trees in his yard.
I think everybody's had a wake-up call, and they're going to be looking at other trees around. I know I am.
Better to be safe than sorry before the next storm comes our way. Laura Warren, News 12.
We had an opportunity to come in to try to take in a day at Augusta National.
Flying all the way from Tupelo, Mississippi.
We saw Graham McDowell, so that was pretty cool to see him.
But it was a quick turnaround for Neil McCoy. At 6:30 this morning, he was on his way to Augusta, but just 6 hours later, after his first experience at the Masters was a washout, he was heading back home from Augusta Regional Airport. The airport is seeing a significant increase in passenger traffic this week.
We've been extremely busy. Masters Week is always the busiest time of the year for us.
Lauren Smith is communications manager. She says during Masters Week, about 10,000 more passengers pass through the airport. To accommodate the increase in business, she says the airlines are bringing in larger planes.
If we have like a 75-passenger aircraft come in, they might upgrade it to a 100-seat aircraft.
And this year, Augusta Regional is welcoming direct flights from Philadelphia, Washington, D.C., and New York's LaGuardia Airport. As McCoy heads back to Mississippi, he says just getting a chance to set foot on the grass at Augusta National was a once-in-a-lifetime experience.
You know what really Mother Nature ruined Monday for maybe the spectators, but it's going to shape up for a great tournament this weekend, maybe some low scores on Thursday, so I'll be anxious to watch on TV.
It was the picture-perfect house for Henry Hill.
We was looking for some nice home. I really was looking for a home with a car garage.
So when Hill found this 3-bedroom, 2-bath rental house in Hepzibah on Craigslist for just $700 a month, he jumped at the offer.
I didn't want nobody else to get this good catch.
He says the person who claimed to own the home was in Tennessee doing the Lord's work.
And then he said he was a pastor, and the way he was talking like a pastor. So I thought that, I was trusting in the Lord.
Hill says he went on faith and, as instructed, wired through Western Union a $300 deposit with a promise that the keys and lease would be FedExed overnight. But instead of keys, Hill says he received this text message that the owner had been detained and would need $700 for the first month's rent before mailing the keys. Realizing it was all a big hoax, he called us.
I contact News 12 because they always on your side. They will help you, and they for the people.
We did some investigating online and found another ad from early August on Craigslist for that same home. This time the rent was $800 a month. That same property was also advertised on Zillow.com, an online site for buying, selling, and renting homes.
If I don't see the person first off right in front of me, I'm just not going to do it.